Hi, friends. Welcome to Warrior Wednesday. Today, we're doing a practice that focuses on a principle from the Yoga Sutras. And I'm just going to share my screen with you. It's always fun to start yoga with a little PowerPoint. This comes from the second book of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, verse or sutra number 46, Sthira Sukham Asanam. The translation really is described in this photo. Practicing yoga with strength and in a relaxed manner gives rise to harmony with the physical body. So Patanjali taught that all of our asana, all of our postures, should be a blend of sthira, strong, steady, stable, and motionless, and then sukham, or what you'll hear more frequently is sukha, comfortable, ease-filled, happy, light, and relaxed. And asana is the posture, our physical practice. So we practice each of our postures with both steadiness and ease, with hard and easy coming together. You might have heard me say frequently, the soft edge of the hard place. And that's what we'll do today is we'll get into these postures and I'll ask you to just explore the soft edge, to notice the places where you tend to push too hard or the places where you don't make enough effort. And maybe you have patterns, one side of that or the other. So for today's practice, let's meet in the middle. And a great way to demonstrate this is if we bring our hands together and we just press our hands together firmly. You'll feel your muscles shake and there's a lot of strength here. You might as well be in the weight room. This is sthira. This is the steady firmness. And then if we don't allow our hands to touch at all, there's no connection, right? That's sukha, that's soft, easy. And when we put them together, we have this perfect blend of strong and soft, of effortless effort. So let's find that today in our practice. So take a comfortable seat, rest your hands on your lap and close your eyes. And notice that even your breath can be practiced with Sthira Sukha, steady and soft. You might notice if you go to the extremes that it's possible to take a breath that causes you to freeze up and get tense. And on the other end of that would be just a shallow, everyday breath with no intention at all. Can you find the place between those two? So breath becomes effortless effort. As we breathe like this, let's add some shoulder movement, shoulders coming up, around, and down. And again, you might notice the tendency for things to be too much, too forced, or just kind of going through the motions with no attention to detail. Can you put those together? Steady and sweet. Go ahead and make your way around to a tabletop position, all fours, and begin to move through cat and cow. This practice of Sthira Sukha, steady and sweet, is leading us into the places in our body where we need to find that soft edge. So match this movement with breath and start to shift your body forward on your inhale and backward on your exhale. Move as far forward as you can and as far back. As you come forward, see about a little bit of a back bend, a hip opener. The next time you come back into child's pose, pause here. And let's try Sthira. Press your hands hard into the earth. Press your hips down hard towards your heels. Tense up your body. Kind of force this posture. And then just drop everything. Let it be lazy and just heavy. And then see about finding child's pose that's somewhere between those two extremes. Strong, but also soft. We'll raise up again to tabletop, tucking our toes. Let's lift into downward facing dog. And just like we've been doing, push through, find hard edge. Find a little lazy, and then the middle. Start to move your body here, pedaling your heels, shifting your weight. And just notice for you, do you have a tendency to do things the hard way? Like, are you that all or nothing person? If so, you're going to bring a softness to your practice today. Let's walk the feet forward to the hands, softening the knees, hanging the spine down. Come into ragdoll, fingers to elbows, gently pull down. And maybe you're the opposite. Maybe it took a lot to get to your mat today. Maybe there's not a lot of energy or motivation. And so if that describes you, you're going to bring a little more fire, a little more strength to your practice. We'll meet in the middle. Press hands to shins, lift halfway, find this soft edge, and exhale, forward fold. Do that twice more. Press to lengthen, low belly firm. Exhale, fold. One more time, press to lengthen, and exhale, fold. With a bigger bend in our knees, let's sweep the arms out, around, and up, extended mountain. Gather your hands at your heart, Sthira Sukha, and sink into chair. Let's flow through chair with this effortless effort. Chair itself brings plenty of stability. So can you be in this pose of strength with a softness? Start to hear your breath, ujjayi breath, that whisper sound. Both on the inhale and the exhale. Take one more deep breath, arms overhead, extended mountain. Reach as high as you can. We're going to try Sthira. So press your feet firmly into the earth. Make two tight fists. Tense up your body. Know that this is how a lot of people do yoga. And then just drop your arms at your sides. Slump over a little bit. Sukha. Now find the middle of those two places. For me, it feels like your pose just got plugged into the wall. There are lines of energy up and down. Let's memorize this feeling as we move through sun salutations. So go ahead and stand close to the top of your mat. Effortless effort. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose, knees or toes. This first time through, I'm going to choose knees. And now here's the hardest part of the sequence. Chaturanga, hold halfway down. feel softness coming into the shaking. And lower your belly, rise to cobra. Send the hips back, downward facing dog. Again, pause here for 3 deep breaths. Notice where you force and do a little less of that. Notice where you back off, where you aren't feeling strong. See if you can bring a little strength there. Looking forward, feet come to hands. Lift halfway, take a giant breath in and a big exhale. Inhale, arms reach high, extended mountain, hands to heart. Find the middle place. Let's go again, rise up, extended mountain. Flow, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose, knees or toes. I'm going to choose toes this time. As we come forward, hover in that halfway down position. Softness in the shaking. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And then down dog. Deep breaths. Soft edges. Strong foundation. Looking forward, bring your feet to your hands, lift halfway and fold in half. Arms reach high, extended mountain. And bring your hands to your heart. Pause, breathe. I know that everyone that's on the screen with me today knows these 12 movements with breath. So if you're watching this later, we're going to go through sun salutations without the cues. So you can just watch me or close your eyes if you know this sequence. 12 movements, 12 breaths. When you're ready, begin sun salutation A. Take your time and we'll all meet in mountain pose. Feet rooted. Find Sthira Sukha. And let's all come down into Utkatasana, chair pose. So put a generous bend in your knees, hips reach back. Hands can be close to your body. But if you are comfortable with being uncomfortable, raise your arms. That's another practice of Sthira Sukha, finding comfort in the discomfort. Sink a little lower. I don't know anyone that ever got injured in chair pose. It's just a hard place. It's just shaky legs. It's just muscles getting stronger. So can you bring softness here into this pose that's challenging? Inhale, stand tall, find a little back bend. And exhale, forward fold. Press to shins, lift halfway. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa on your knees or your toes, your choice. But try to stay out of that struggle and a little more on the soft edge. Let's inhale the right leg high. And on an exhale, step that foot through. Drop your back heel, rise up, warrior one. Pause here for a moment. It's our first warrior of Warrior Wednesday. The strength here, really, a lot of it is in the back leg. So roll your outer ankle outward. See if you can kind of press your outer ankle down. And at the same time, lift your fingers, lift your chest. And now find also a softness here. Room for breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to mat. Let's take a vinyasa. Choose knees or toes. Softness with the struggle. On your next inhale, raise your left leg. Step that foot through and drop your heel, back heel. Come up, warrior one. Take a moment to find the stability in that back leg. Roll that ankle outward. Elbows soft, hands high, belly in, softness. Soften your shoulders, maybe your brow. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands to mat, downward facing dog. And then take a vinyasa. Can you find ease where there is effort? Belly firm, arms long, hips high, breathe. Notice if your breathing is getting hard. Can you soften the edges of your breath? Feet come to hands. Press to half lift. And exhale, fold. We'll put that deep bend back in the knees and inhale, Utkatasana. We're back to the hard place. I'm going to offer you a struggle today. Come up onto your toes. You're welcome. My gift to you is tiny struggles in this class that allow us to practice sweetness. Notice if the hardest part about this pose is happening between your ears. You're telling yourself it's hard. Can you soften there? Deep breath in, everybody. Exhale, forward fold. Press to shins, lift halfway. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa, plank pose, knees or toes. We're working through Sun B one more time. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step through. Drop your heel, friends. Reach up, warrior one. Stay in the softness. Hands to mat, lower down. Inhale your left leg. Exhale, step. Back heel drops, warrior one. Take one more vinyasa. Last mandatory vinyasa. Meet in either down dog or child's pose. Catch up with your breath. Steady and sweet. Look forward, float your feet to your hands and lift halfway. On this exhale, grab the back of your heels and pull yourself gently down. You can bend your knees. Look for a soft edge here. Deepen your breath. Feel the back of your body. Effortless effort. And then bring this same sensation with you into chair pose. This is the end of our sun B. You can stay firm on your feet or try balancing chair one more time. For variation, try your arms out. Take the limbs out wide. Shaking just means getting stronger. Lower your heels if they're up, and let's just meet again in mountain pose. Notice you have too much in either direction. Come back to the center. Start to bring ourselves into some longer held postures. So with your hands at the crease of your hips, hinge forward into a forward fold. Let your right foot stay where it is. Step your left foot back and drop the back knee. Take a moment here in this kneeling lunge. If you feel strain in your low back, maybe let the hips be a little higher. Strain anywhere in the body. Sharp pain is a definite sign of Sthira. Too much Sthira. You can stay like this or tuck your back toes, lift that knee. And either way, planting the left hand on the ground, let's bring the right arm up into a twist. Taking a few deep breaths here. Oxygen moving into all the muscles of your body. That arm back just a little bit more to feel the strength in the back, the softness in the front. Release the hand down. You can be on your knee or your toes. Arms reach up high. And then lower the hands to the ground. The back foot steps forward. Let's meet in forward fold. Close your eyes and notice the difference between your left leg and your right leg. See if there's any different energy. And we'll switch sides. Left foot stays where it is. Right knee drops to the ground. Beautiful. Close your eyes and feel what's happening right now in your body. Where do you notice force? A little bit too much effort? Where do you notice not quite enough? You can bring a little strength in. You can stay on your back knee or tuck your toes and lift that knee, your choice. The right hand stays down, left arm opens into twist. Fill your body with breath. Your hand reach back a little bit. Strong back, soft front. Gorgeous. Release the fingers to the floor, and either on your knee or your toes, rise your arms up into high lunge. Take your time. And then lower the hands to the mat. Let's meet in downward facing dog. And it's your choice from here on out. Stay here or take a vinyasa. You know if you need less effort or more. Take back your practice. On your inhale, raise the right leg high. Feel your right glutes lifting up. And on the exhale, step that foot through. Drop your back heel. Come with me into warrior one. Find sthira, strength, steadiness, and sukha, softness, ease. Let your eyes rest softly on one point, drishti, and deepen your breath, ujjayi breath. Peel your body open to the long edge of your mat. Warrior two, take a wider stance. You might bounce in and out of this pose until you find the perfect place. Look out over your right hand and try this. Spread your fingers wide. Sthira, like really make your knuckles go white. And then relax your hands so there's no energy there. Sukha, find the middle. And let that travel into your arms, your shoulders, your torso, and your legs. Steady and sweet. Turn your right palm and reverse the warrior. Let's move side to side in this flow that we love, side angle. Moving your shoulders, your hips, and your torso. In this flow, your legs get to be the sthira, and your torso and arms get to be the sukha. They allow each other to happen. Bring your breath to match exactly what your body is doing, filling up and emptying out. And let's take one more deep breath in, reversing the warrior. On the exhale, hands come to the mat. Let the back foot come in just a little bit, a narrower stance. And we're just gonna fold over this front leg, pyramid pose. Forehead comes down to the shin. It's a little more intense sequence, so how can you bring in a little softness here? The right hip presses back as the forehead drops down. Use your breath to soften the edges. Let's lift halfway up. Nice flat back. We'll bring the hand to the low back and twist. Right shoulder opens up. That might be enough. If you'd like, you can extend the arm up. So we're not looking for excruciating. We're looking for interesting, challenging, but also effortless. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Come to the center. Nice big wide stance, Prasarita, Padottanasana. Head hangs down, feet are wide. And then you just get to be here however you like. You can hold still or move your body. Bend and straighten, lunge it out, twist. Find the soft edges in your body. Not too much, not too little. Sthira Sukha is like Goldilocks. That just right, that equal mix. Let's turn toward our left foot. So you'll be facing the back edge of your mat. Same poses. Drop your back heel and rise up, warrior one. We have lots of time to set this up. Sthira, the steadiness of the low body planting roots. Sukha, the ease of the upper body. Deepen your breath. Find the middle. Eyes on one point, drishti. And slowly open out into your warrior two, widening your stance. Find that firm foundation, strong core, strength, but also softness. Eyes over the left hand. If you want, you can try that hard hands, soft hands, middle hands. And let that flow through the rest of your body. Sthira Sukham Asanam. Rotate your left palm up and inhale to reverse warrior. Let's start to move side to side. Notice if you're clenching your jaw or tensing up through your face. And stop it. Find some ease. One more reverse warrior. And then windmill your hands to the earth. Let's come into pyramid pose. Back foot comes slightly forward. Lengthen the spine and then just melt down over your leg. Sigh it out. The left hip reaches backward as the forehead seeks the shin. Not too much, not too little. Less intense, more interesting. Come to a half lift and we'll twist this pyramid open so you can keep your hand on your back or raise your arm. Fill up with breath and notice when you go over that edge, come back inside the edge just a bit. Very often in yoga, less is more. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hands. Come to your wide straddle. And again, it's your choice how you play here. Movement or stillness. So there's an interesting principle of physiology at play in Sthira Sukha. And it makes me wonder how thousands of years ago they knew about this. But inside of our muscle fibers are these little sensors called muscle spindles. And when they sense too much strain and stretch on the muscle, they contract. They cause muscles to contract. So when we approach our yoga with so much force and pushing, our body actually works against us. We get less flexible and more tight. When we can allow and invite Sthira Sukha into these poses, our body begins to trust us. Let's return to the right foot, the top of our mat. Let the back foot come to meet the front foot. Lift halfway to lengthen the spine, and then move from your hips to come up to standing. Pause again in mountain pose. Notice you've been moving your body in a lot of directions. Notice Sthira Sukha here. Let's move into tree pose. So standing on your right foot, pivot the right knee, left knee out. So Sukha might be just kind of like this, slumpy hip. Sthira might be like this. I'd like you to find the middle for you. Where does the foot naturally go? Where is the effort? And where is the ease? You can bring your arms out, down, or up, however you like your branches today. Find a tree that resembles Sthira Sukha. I am pretty sure trees live with this principle. Their roots and their trunk are steady and firm, and their branches show their softness, their sweetness. Bring your hands into heart center if they're not, and extend the leg out to the side. Hold the leg out to the side. Again, sweetness in the struggle. Relax your shoulders, your face, and return to the earth. Notice your legs. There should be a big difference between the left side and the right side. You might feel crooked, so let's balance it out. Stand on your left, find tree with your right leg. Where is effortless effort for you? Notice also if that's a challenge for you when a teacher doesn't tell you exactly how your pose is supposed to be. When you're given choice, that's where you get to notice your tendency to always push or always pull back and try something different. Hands come to center. Extend your leg out to the side. Intentional shaking in order to explore sweetness in the struggle. Bring in softness. Bring in acceptance. And release. Mountain pose. Let's take the arms up to the sky one more time. Nice deep breath in, and then exhale, forward fold. Step your feet back, downward facing dog. And lower your knees to the mat. We're going to come up to stand on our knees and move into Ustrasana, camel pose. A really great pose to explore Sthira Sukha. So I like to tuck my toes. I also like to put a little more padding under the knees. So do what you need to do. Let's all start with our hands on our glutes. So you're pressing your hips down toward the floor, and your shoulders wrap onto your back. This might be camel today. This is a wonderful expression of this pose. The heart is open, the back is strong. Let your breath invite you to either do less or stay the same. More would be reaching hands toward the heels, opening the chest with a little bit of leverage, maybe flattening out the feet. Invite your breath to match the intensity of pose you've chosen. Try not to drop your head back all the way. A good rule of thumb is if you can swallow, your neck is in the right place. Return to an upright position. And either stay up like this or sit on your heels. whatever your knees prefer. Bring your hands over your heart and close your eyes. Notice what's happening now. On the other side of that big, exposing, vulnerable pose. Notice your breath, your heartbeat, your hands, a gesture of safety and protection. Release your hands to the mat. Let's go through 3 cat and cow, just gentle back bend and spine flexion. Feeling strength as well as stretch. And from a neutral spine, we'll find our way down to a seat. Legs extended out in front of us, flesh cleared away. Hands at our sides, Dandasana. We're just gonna stay here in this L shape. Pull your toes back. Your heels might leave the floor. I'm gonna feel a stretch here in the lower leg. Press your calves down. Lift your chest up. This is actually a challenging posture and our hamstrings are getting stretched just sitting here. So notice Sthira Sukha in this pose. I always notice a desire here to go down into that Paschimottanasana, forward fold. And if I do that every time, I miss the benefit of this spine strengthening and core strengthening while my hamstrings are stretching. There's effort here. Take another deep breath in, and then give in to that desire to fold over your legs. Notice the difference in energy between where we just were and where we are now. You can bend your knees, you can use any props that help you. And let's release from this pose and roll down onto our backs. Once you get there, hug your knees to your chest. This is another great place to explore too much, too little, just right. Too much might be this really tight ball with everything squeezing. Not enough might be just laying here. And finding the middle might be that delicious movement that your body really craves. You're welcome to keep moving here or move into happy baby. Whatever your body likes here, lying on your back. And then let's take a twist, dropping our knees over to the left, reaching our right arm out, looking over the right arm. And now you get to let go of all of the effort. These final postures are all Sukha. Just letting your body be here in effortless ease, non-doing, just receiving the benefits. And we'll switch sides when you're ready. Back to center, knees over. Look to your left. Try to find effortless ease. As we ease our way back to center, let's extend the legs overhead, legs up the wall. You could put your hands or a block under your hips, waterfall if you like. Again, this is just a pose of Sukha. There should be very little effort here. Circulation reversing. Blood draining from your lower extremities back up to your heart and your head. This is a good place to close your eyes and begin to relax your body. You're welcome to stay in this inversion as long as you like. Our next stop is final rest, Shavasana. So move slowly into this resting position and find the true essence of ease, of softness, of sweetness, of non-doing, letting go of all the effort. To guide you into this rest, I'm going to ask you to count your breath as a way to just keep your mind interested. So inhale, count 1. Exhale, count 2. Inhale 3. Exhale 4. And go all the way up as high as you can go. Just counting the inhale and the exhale separately. If you're still counting, you can release that. Notice the body lying here, resting, calm, relaxed. And begin to introduce gentle movement, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Begin the transition for yourself of moving from here to a seat in whatever way serves you best. Maybe you enjoy those big yawning stretches. Maybe you just like to get seated. Find that good seat again, that firm, sthira, steady seat. That seat that says you belong here. You are held here. This is your place. We're going to open our hands wide here at the end of this practice and stretch your hands until you can see white in between the spaces. And just imagine trying to hold something with hands like this. And then squeeze your hands into a tight fist, right? And you might be able to hold a little bit, but certainly couldn't receive anything. And so find the middle of those two places that feels like you're cupping water in your hands. This beautiful gesture of Sthira and Sukha. Steady enough to hold, but soft enough to not squeeze out. Let's try a whole day like this. Let's try a whole day of steady and sweet, effortless effort. Your hands together in a gesture of gratitude and bow to yourself and the beautiful yogis on this screen with you. Namaste.